What's up, guys? So you want to know what VA loans are? Well, you've come to the right place. VA loans are possibly the strongest, if not one of the strongest, loan options there are on the market right now, but they're not for everyone. Let's jump into it. If you're new here to the channel, my name is James Holloway, and I'm primarily a real estate investor. My mission here on YouTube is to help you achieve financial freedom through real estate investing and other money-making strategies. And if that sounds good to you, consider subscribing and clicking the little bell icon to get notified every single time I upload a new YouTube video helping you achieve your financial freedom. Why are VA loans one of the strongest loan options on the market right now? That's because with a VA loan, you only have to put, 0% down. That's right, nothing. 0% down when you're buying a primary residence. Considering an FHA loan, you have to put 3.5 to 5% down, and sometimes that can be a lot of money, especially for you folks living in California and New York. Prices are crazy out there, so 3.5% to 5% still can be a lot. You might be thinking, wait a minute, that sounds great, but what's the catch? While there are a few catches with the VA loan, there are a ton of pros. Stay until the end of the video, because at the end of the video, I'm going to be dropping a knowledge bomb on you about a VA loan. Also, hit that like button, turn it blue so the YouTube gods know that this video is worth watching. Let's jump into some of those cons right now. One con is you have to use your VA loan as a primary residence, which is you have to intend to live in the property for a year before you can sell it or rent it out and use it as an investment property. Like most things in life, there's exceptions to this rule. I'm going to be going over some of the exceptions in the pros section of this video. So the second con of a VA loan is there's a VA funding fee. What does that mean? It's basically a fee that the VA will tack on to the end of your loan. So you're still coming out of pocket no money unless you want to, unless you want to put some money down, but you don't have to. But again, that VA funding, they tack it on at the end of the loan, and basically this funding is just so that the VA can continue to give this program to the veterans. And the third con, it's possibly the biggest for most of you out there, is it's only available for active duty military members. It's also available for retired veterans, and it's also available for surviving spouses. And a surviving spouse, all it means is if your spouse was in the military and they died unfortunately, then you still have these benefits. Also, if you don't know, VA stands for Veteran Affairs. So if you didn't know, there you go. Now we're going to break down a ton of pros for the VA loan. The first pro, and obviously the biggest, is 0% down. You can get into a property for 0% down. Now, if you can buy a property for $100,000 and it's worth $150,000 and you get to come out of pocket zero, goose egg, that's powerful. You can sell that in a year and bank $50K off of nothing, not putting any of your money down. Another huge pro of the VA loan is there's no PMI, and that's private mortgage insurance. If you don't know what PMI is, it's basically any time you put down less than 20% on a property, there's going to be PMI attached to your monthly payments. And basically, it's just the bank having insurance on the property since you didn't put such amount of money down. So if you're going the FHA route or a conventional route, 3.5% to 5% down, you are still going to be tacked on that PMI, which can range from 0.5% to 2% of the balance of the loan. So if you put down 10%, your PMI is going to be a lot lower than someone that puts down 5% on a property, obviously, because the banks want to know that you're serious. They want to know that their loan that they're giving out is secured, basically, that they know that you will pay it back. So if you put down a bigger amount of money, they know that you are serious. Anyways, that was kind of off topic of what a VA loan is. One thing we mentioned earlier was you have to live in the property for an entire year before you can sell it or rent it out and use it as an investment property, or sell it to cash out some of the money that you have built in the property. But this can also be a big pro, because you just have to live in the property for a year, 0% down, go buy another home for 0% down using your VA loan. And there's going to be another video coming out soon about using your VA loan to invest in investment properties. So if you want to know how to do that, subscribe to this YouTube channel and click that bell so you get notified whenever I post that YouTube video. But like I said earlier, there's exceptions to that rule where you have to live in it for a year. Meaning, if you buy a property, if you buy a home using a VA loan tomorrow, then the next day the military decides that, hey, you're going to PCS, you are going to move somewhere else, then you've already filled your owner occupancy rule with the VA, because your military orders, it trumps everything else. So if that happens to you where you buy a house with a VA loan, then tomorrow, the next day, or even a week from now, the military decides to move you, don't worry, because you met the owner occupancy rule. And if you did your research and if you bought the property like an investment property with your mindset, then you bought it right. You're going to have, like we said in the example earlier, which was you buy it for $100,000, you sell it for $150,000. Think about that. If that happened to you, that's not the worst thing that could happen to you, right? They'll move you. That sucks. You're going to have to move again. But you just made $50,000 in a week without using any of your own money. You just snapped your fingers and money appeared. For those of you that have stuck around, here is that knowledge bomb I was telling you about that not a lot of people know. And that is, you can use your VA loan multiple times. How do you do that? Because I literally hear so many people, so many active duty military members, they don't think you can use the VA loan more than once, because honestly, that's kind of what we're getting told. The truth is, at the time of this recording, you have a certain money pool, which as of right now, it's $500,000. You have this pool of money that you can pull from to buy properties, or you can buy a home. Think about this really quick. Say you buy a home for $100,000 using your VA loan. Now you've used $100,000 of it. Now you have $400,000 left. Guess what? Whenever you lived in the property for a year, you can sell it, and whenever you sell it, that money, the $100,000, it goes back into the pool. Now you have $500K again to use to buy more real estate, or you just move out and you rent out your property, which is fine, because according to the VA's rules, the owner occupancy rules, is you have to live in the property for a year before you can move out, except for the exceptions that we were talking about. So now you move out after a year, you have a rental property and you're going to be making money, because again, if you're buying this property to invest in, then you have that mindset of like, hey, this property will make us money after we move out in a year. One downside of using that strategy of, just moving and renting out your previous property is you're still left with that $400,000, that money pool that the VA is giving you. So you have $400,000 to work with instead of the $500K that you originally were working with. Knowledge bomb. This is what I'm talking about. There's so many different ways to invest in real estate, especially for us as active duty military members. We can invest in real estate for 0% down. You can live in the property for a year, move out, and do whatever you want to that property. By now, you can see the true power of VA loans. And like I said earlier in this video, I'm going to be making another video about how you can turn these VA loans into investment properties. I kind of touched on it a little bit, but I want to go deeper in depth with you so you really understand what you can do with a VA loan. Just think about it. If you sign the minimum contract of 4 years with the military, you can recycle the VA loan 4 years, 4 different times, and you can buy real estate. And I'm going to give you a little teaser. You can use the VA loan to buy a 1 to 4 unit apartment complex or multifamily, whatever you want to call it. And you can recycle this again and again and again for 4 years, get out, and you can be retired. But that's a little teaser for the next video coming. So if you want to watch that YouTube video, subscribe to this YouTube channel and turn on bell notifications so you get notified when that video comes out, because this stuff is powerful. Until next video, guys, I'm out. See ya.